सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाले नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। समस्तजनकल्याणी निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्र पराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वातिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। चतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति न साक्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। 8th श्लोक पढ़ेंगे। वीके 8 वीके 9 वैतथ्य प्रकरण का के 8 और के 9। पेज नंबर 87। अपूर्वं स्थाने धर्मो हि यथा स्वर्गनिवासिनां तानयं प्रेक्षते गत्वा यथैवेह सुशिक्षितः। अपूर्वं स्थाने धर्मो हि यथा स्वर्गनिवासिनां तानयं प्रेक्षते गत्वा यथैवेह सुशिक्षितः। स्वप्नवृत्तौ अपि त्वन्तः चेतसा कल्पितं त्वसत् बहिश्चेतो गृहीतं सत् दृष्टं वैतथ्यमेतयोः। स्वप्नवृत्तौ अपि त्वन्तः चेतसा कल्पितं त्वसत् बहिश्चेतो गृहीतं सत् दृष्टं वैतथ्यमेतयोः दृष्टं वैतथ्यमेतयोः। वैतथ्य प्रकरण में हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि स्वप्न जो है वो कैसे फॉल्स है और स्वप्न को हम लोग जागृत अवस्था के साथ कंपेयर कर रहे हैं। तो स्वप्न जो है, स्वप्न ड्रीम इज फॉल्स एंड व्हाई इज इट बीइंग proved as false, so that we can use it as an example to prove the falseness of waking state. हम लोगों ने देखा 7th तक क्या क्या देखा. फर्स्ट 3 श्लोक में हम लोगों ने देखा कि किस तरह से वो फॉल्स है स्वप्न. Why swapna is false, and the reasons were given. Some 6-7 reasons were given why the swapna is false. And then in the 4th shlok, it was compared to Jagrat Avastha and said that because of these reasons and because these principles are applicable in the waking state also, so that is why the waking state is also false. मेरी आवाज ठीक से आ रही है क्या? ठीक है. गीता अम्मा आपको आ रही है? फिर बताया 5th श्लोक में कि स्वप्न जागृते स्थाने एकम आहुन मनीषिणः वेदानाम ही समत्वेन प्रसिद्धेनैव हेतुना. वननेस जो है वो प्रूव किया कि किस तरह से भेद होते हुए भी वहां पे एक ही है, दोनों ही. जागृत अवस्था भी स्वप्न जैसा ही है. क्यों? कॉज वाज गिवन एज दृश्यत्व, क्योंकि वो दृश्य है, इसीलिए इट वाज प्रूव्ड. फिर श्लोक 6 में आए हम लोग, एंड दिस श्लोक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट and we have to by heart it also. आदावंते च यन्नास्ति वर्तमाने भी ततच्च तथा. वही वर्तमान में भी नहीं है, जो आदि और अंत में नहीं है वो वर्तमान में भी नहीं है. तो दृश्य is मिथ्या. Why is it मिथ्या? As it has प्रागा भाव and it has प्रध्वंसा भाव. तो दोनों ही चीजें होने के कारण it has a beginning and it has an end. That is why it is मिथ्या, it is false. These are the equipments to test the satya buddhi. हमारी बहुत ज्यादा सत्य बुद्धि है. We have a lot of satya buddhi, sense of reality in the waking state, and the things of the waking state, they affect us. How do we know that we have satya buddhi? That because they affect us badly. So that is why they are real. We feel that that is real. So whatever is going to be lost in the future, please be careful. Whatever is going to be lost in the future is lost in the present also. जो आगे हमसे छूट जाने वाला है, ये अखंडानंद जी महाराज का स्टेटमेंट है. जो आगे हमसे छूट जाने वाला है वो अभी भी हमसे छूटा हुआ है. Whatever is going to be lost in the future is lost in the present also. And whatever we are seeing in the present is seeing in its absence only. Because everything, the material cause of everything is absence only. Because earlier it was not there, afterwards also it won't be there. So in the present also it is just seen due to ignorance. So it is not there. Okay. So our sadhana, this is very important in this, should be what? That after seeing the snake also on the rope, when you throw the light on the rope and the snake disappears, that means while seeing also the snake was not there. While we were observing the snake, we were looking at the snake, we were being afraid of the snake. At that time also, the snake was not there actually. So this should be our sadhana when we are in the world. Everything, whatever we have, all of us have lost something or the other in this world. Our experiences have told us, and we were very sad at that time. But later on, if we compare, then we thought that no, our sadhana, what should be there at that time? That whatever was not there, what will not be there, is at present also it is not there. This is from the Mandukya point of view. So whatever is seen, even in the perception of a person, he is either going to be lost or he was not there before also. So in the present also he is not there. But I am doing Vyavhar thinking that that is false. My entity is also false. I should not preserve my entity while interacting and say that the world is false. That will be another case then. First of all, try to think about your entity also. About what? What is my entity at present? I see myself as this body. But this body was not there before. This body will not be there afterwards. So in present also, in the present, Also, this body is seen in its absence. And every relationship, every interaction in this world, in the waking state, starts with what? It starts with the body. And the body is falsified, therefore nothing is there. That is why in Gita, Bhagavan says, Na sato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate satah. Asat does not have a bhav. That means it's not there at all. And Sat does not have abhav. It is never a time, there was never a time when Sat will not be there or it was not there. It is always there. But what we find, we always try to go and grab the Asat, which is not there. And that is why we are always either cribbing, or we are sad, or we are depressed, or we are very anxious, or we are very um, some things I want to have in the future. So I am planning out something. So all these things are only due to we have a sadbhavna in the asat. Sadbhavna in the asat. So this adavante chayan nasti, it clearly hammers to our notion that these things, whatever is seen in the present, is also seen in its absence because it is not there. Because the second reason was what? Yatra yatra raga bhavaha, yatra yatra pradhansa bhavaha, tatra tatra mithyatva. Adau ante cha yat nasti. Raga bhavaha yat nasti. Yat pradhansa bhavaha yat nasti. Tat vartamane api nasti. Okay, that is mithya. So who are deep seekers, they use every loss as their sadhana. And whatever big losses are there, there is a big jump in their evolution, in spiritual evolution, I mean to say. Big losses will take them to big state of evolution because they are using it as a step ahead in their spiritual journey. Okay, so this was the sixth mantra, shloka. Then seventh shlok. Seventh shlok also we had seen. I think we had seen. सप्रयोजनता तेषां स्वप्ने विप्रतिपद्यते तस्मादाद्यन्तवत्वेन मिथ्यैव खलु ते स्मृता. Then again one student came. He said, no, but I have a problem when you say that swapna is mithya and you're comparing it. Okay, swapna is mithya, but when you compare it with the waking state, there I have a problem. Because I feel that the waking state is with a purpose. And that purpose is that when you are very hungry, you eat. When you want to go somewhere, you travel. So that you cannot do in the dream. So it has a purpose when you want to take care of your body and nourish the body. You want to go somewhere to some destination. You can't travel or eat in the swapna. So it has got a purpose. So you cannot completely outrightly negate it, saying that it does not have anything or it is a mithya. Like that. So then we saw this also, that Bhagwan Bhashikar had given us reasons saying that if you have eaten a lot during the waking state, if you are fully satiated, fully your hunger has gone, fulfilled, and you slept, but still in the dream state, you can be hungry. ये दो रीजन दिए ना. तो उन्होंने कहा था कि जब आप खाना पीना खा के अच्छे से सो गए हैं, when you are asleep, but still you can be hungry. So during the waking state, whatever you have done, that is useless during the sleep. And when you are dreaming, if you are hungry, if you have eaten a lot, but you may get up very hungry. That food which you dreamt of, which you also ate in the dream, that is of no use in the waking state. Because in the waking state, you have to again eat because you will feel hungry. Rather, you'll feel more hungry because you saw nice food there in the dream. It happens many a times. So he is telling us that because both of them, both the states cannot be interchanged or cannot be used, like dream state cannot be used in the waking cannot be used in the dream state. That is why we are comparing it, and it does not have a purpose there. Because source of purpose is the body. Whatever purposefulness we are trying to prove is only starting from this body. And the body is what? The body itself is false. So when the body itself is false, how can purposefulness or purposeness be true as it is associated with the false body? जब हमारा विथ रेफरेंस जो रेफरेंस है, जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि वो जो है माँ है, किसकी माँ है? स्वप्न के पुत्र की माँ है। वो जो है पत्नी है, कैसा है? वो राजकुमार की पत्नी है। बोले राजकुमार की पत्नी है? बोले हाँ। वो राजकुमार कहाँ है? सपने में। So like that, we are also associating our purpose with the body, which is false, which is not true in the realm of, from the realm of absolute truth. This body will always go away. So he's trying to explain to us, to the student actually, from the point of view of that student, that purpose of everything is different. If you're talking about the purpose that here you're talking about, that is from the context of the body which is false. Okay, so wherever we have a purpose, we get attached to that. That is a natural instinct, because wherever we have a purpose, we get attached to that. So if something is purposeful for very short time also, we get attached to that. So this body, this, who is saying this? This is said by the Purpaksh, by the student. And that is why we are telling him that this purpose, this body, which is false, you're getting attached to that. And ultimately, this body will also not serve your purpose, because it will also go away. So all the shlokas from 7 to 19 are hitting the reality. From 7 to 19, they are all hitting on reality. Okay, so this was the thing that we saw there, that Natu Swapna Drishanam Tadasti. Tasma Swapna Drishyavad. Page 86, second line. Page 86, second line. Tasma Swapna Drishyavad Jagrat Drishyanam Aswapna Asatva Manoratha Matramiti Tanna. That if you are talking about that the dream objects are like the waking objects, this is not right. Because if you can say that it is hallucination only, that is not right. Why? Tasmat yasmat saprayojanata dishta ya annapanadinam sa swapne vipratipadete. He has given all the reasons that if you have eaten in the dream state, that won't satiate your hunger during the waking state. And if you have eaten in the waking state, that won't be helpful in your dream state. Jagrite hi bhuktva pitva cha tripto vinivartitah trit supta matre ekshut pipasa dhyatam ahoratroshitam abhuktavantam atmanam manyante yatha swapne bhuktva pitva cha atriptothitah tatha. Then Nigaman was said, the tasmat jagrat drisyanam swapne vipratipatti drishta. Therefore, the things of the waking state, they do not have a separate purpose. They do not serve a separate purpose like that, because even the waking state, the purpose comes from the body, and the body is false. Ato manyamahe tesham api asatvam swapna drishyavad anashankaniya iti. So your vyapti, that whatever is in the jagrit avastha, yatra yatra jagritam tatra tatra saprayojanatvam. This was your vyapti. This was the vyapti created by you. This is not right. Okay, this vyapti is not right. Whatever you said, that it has got a purpose, that is not right. Tasmat adyantavatvam ubhayatra samanamiti. Therefore, both have the same nature, adyantavanta, because both are not existing in the beginning. Both will be destroyed afterwards also. That is why in the present also it is not there. Tasmat adyanta vatva ubhayatra samanamiti mithya eva khalu te smritaha. And that is why they both are mithya only. So he's trying to prove See, from various angles, there may arise questions in the mind of a seeker, and that is why he is trying to clarify everything. Not a single doubt should be left. A good teacher the one who does not leave the scope of any doubt, because the mind is like that it will create a doubt from somewhere and then it will trouble the seeker. So till here we had seen. Now let us come to another point where again Purva Paksha is coming out and he is posing another question. So the eighth mantra we have already, shloka we have already read. Apurvam sthani dharmo hi yatha swarga nivasina tanayam prekshate gatva tathaiveha sushikshitah. Apurvam sthani dharma, like there is a sthani dharma and sthana dharma. There are two things. Okay, so here he is talking about a sthani dharma, and he is saying that like a person who travels somewhere, like a person who goes to the Swargalok, there a person there the Indra, he sees the Indra who has got 1,000 eyes and all. Swarga nivasina sthani dharmo yatha tanayam prekshate gatva yathaiveha sushikshitah. So he is trying to say that this is sthani dharma is different and sthana dharma is different. So let's see what happens. So here he is saying Purva Paksha is negating again. He is saying that Vyapti, he has created another Vyapti, that yatra yatra drishyatvam tatra tatra mithya. This in Swapna, this is not right. What you are saying, that yatra yatra drishyam tatra tatra mithya, in the Swapna is not right. Why it is not right? Because both avasthas are incomparable. They cannot be compared, uncomparable. Why it cannot be compared? Because they are not compatible. You cannot, because they are of, first of all, they are of different realms, and you cannot compare both of them. So he is saying Swapna Drishya not made from Jagrat. He is completely denying the fact that Swapna is made from the impressions of the Jagrat. And he says the Swapna Drishya has its own exclusive impressions that he carries and that he sees. Like a person, will see, he has given example, we'll see that he's riding an elephant, and he can see the four tusks of an elephant, and he himself sees himself, he observes himself as Ashtabhuja and all of that. From where did he get these impressions? So he is saying that this is not possible because Swapna is completely different and the Jagrat Avastha is completely different. So you cannot compare them. So this is because of the sthani dharma, it is not false, not comparable at all. This is what Purva Paksha is going to say. Okay. So first of all, we should conclude that, or we should try to understand, analyze that there is something called sthani dharma. कुछ एक होता है जिसको हम बोलते हैं स्थानीय धर्म. ये क्या होता है? Like if we are traveling to some place, so we take the dharma of that place, we own, or we have to take the nature of that place as our own. Okay, like if we are traveling to some other country, if it is a left-hand drive, then we have to travel like that. If it is right-hand drive, we have to travel like that. There are rules. Somewhere honking is not allowed. Somewhere when you cross over the other people, then you have to honk and tell them thanks. Otherwise, it is called bad manners. Somewhere you cannot litter. Somewhere you cannot go and park somewhere. Many rules are there. So when we are traveling, as per the sthan, we own the nature of that sthan, and that becomes our dharma. That is called sthani dharma. Suppose in profession also. I have seen, like, I'll give you the example of my mother only. So when she used to sit in her clinic, so sometimes she used to take out her coat. She used to wear a white coat and sit. She used to take out her white coat and she used to sit like that. She used to chat with me. I was small. I used to go to her clinic and used to sit and chat with her. So some patient used to come inside and used to ask my mother only, where is the doctor? Where is the doctor? So she used to say, I am the doctor. So she said, okay, because she was not wearing the apron. And that's why she was not recognized as the doctor. So with the apron, once she has the apron, once she has the stethoscope, then she will be considered as a doctor. Similarly, a justice, he has a black coat. Earlier days, they used to wear wigs also. They used to sit like that. So that is called Sthani Dharma. Whatever the dharma is there of that profession, of that sthan, he is taking upon himself. This is called Sthani Dharma. So he is saying that this is a different set called the Swapna, which has got a different set of Sthani Dharma, which is not comparable to the Jagrat Avastha. Jagrat Avastha is completely different, and you cannot compare something called Swapna, dream, with the waking state. Because many a times we see such things that we have not seen in the waking state. So he's saying that these are two completely different things. And how can you compare both of them? So he's saying Swapna is not at all made out of Jagrat. That has its own Swapna, own Sthani Dharma, and it is there. So this is what he intends to say. That this you cannot compare, and that is why you cannot say that it is Mithya. What? The Jagrat Avastha. Okay. So now let us go. Then we will see the second line in the Bhashyam only. So let us come to the Bhashyam, page 87. Swapna Jagrat Bhedayoho. Swapna Jagrat Bhedayoho Samatvat Jagrat Bhedanam Asatvam iti yaduktam tad asat. Tad asat. Yad uktam tad asat. What you said is not right. What did you say is not right? That the Swapna Jagrat Bhedayoho, bhed between the Swapna and the Jagrat, that is the same. The differences between is the same. That is Jagrat Bhedanam Asattvamiti. Jagrat Drishya is Mithya. And so that because the Swapna has the same principles as in the waking state, so the Jagrat Avastha is Mithya. That you had said is not right. Yaduktam Tat Asat. Then Bhashikar asks, so this first statement belongs to the Purva Paksh. So here we have question, answer, like that. So next, Kasmat, this is being said by Bhagwan Bhashikar. So you can say BB, Bhagwan Bhashikar. Why? Kasmat, why? Again, Purpaksh, Pupu, Pupa, Purva Paksh. He's saying, Drishtantasya asiddhatvat. Because you gave the Drishtan. See, we had seen the Pancha, the Pancha thing, the five steps towards anything to be proved. First was Pratigya. Second was Hetu. Third was Drishtan. Fourth was Upanaya. And fifth was Nigaman. Okay. So if we do not have even a single Drishtant, we cannot prove it. And he is targeting our Drishtant. He is saying that your Drishtant that you gave of the Swapna, when you are saying that whatever is seen is Mithya, and you gave the example of the Swapna, that Drishtant itself is false. Why? Because he will tell us now that because it is Sthani Dharma and it is not the real Dharma, it is Sthani Dharma. Okay, so he's saying Drishtantasya asiddhatvat. Your Drishtanta is not Siddha. Again, Bhashikar, Bhagwan Bhashikar. Katham, why? Why do you say that it is asiddha? And again, Purpaksh is saying, Nahi Jagrat Drishtaha eva ete bhedaha swapne drishyante. So now you have to bring in Nahi just in front of Drishyante. So you can say Jagrat Drishtaha eva ete bhedaha. Bheda means Drishyaha. Swapne na Drishyante. In the Swapna, those Drishya seen in Jagrat are not seen during the Swapna, is not seen in the Swapna. Whatever is seen, because Because why? He's asking us, he's telling us that the drishtanta that we gave of the swapna is not right. Then he's asking, why do you say so? Because now he's providing us the hetu. He's saying those drishya that is seen in the Jagrat is not seen in the Swapna. So dream is not the result of the suppressed impressions that you say have been carried forward, or during the waking state the vasanas were taken up and then the mind projected it. I don't believe in all these things. He's saying this. So he's saying Swapnena Drishyante, whatever he saw during the waking state, that exactly is not projected in the dream state. Then again Bhagwan Bhashyakar says, Kim tarhi, then what? How come? Purva Paksh is again saying, Apurva swapne pashyati, full stop. There you have to make a full stop. He is saying, Apurvam swapne pashyati. Apurva means unique. That which has not been seen before. So in dream, one sees something which was not seen at all in the past. Apurvam swapne pashyati. Full stop. And then you add there yatha. Yatha. He's giving an example, a funny example, because he has to elaborate on the dream. So he's saying yatha chaturdantam gajam arudham ashtabhujam atmanam manyate. He's saying he sees a chaturdantam gajam, a gaj, an elephant with 4 tusks. Generally, normally it has got 2, but he can see that it has got 4, the teeth. Chaturdantam gajam arudham ashtabhujam atmanam manyante. And he is riding that gaja with the 4 tusks, and he himself has got ashtabhujam atmanam manyate, and he has got 8 arms. So what is he trying to prove? He is trying to prove that he has not seen this in the waking state, but still he is seeing this scene in the swapnavastha, and that is why he is calling it as apurvam. Apurvam swapne pashyati. Okay. Anya api evam prakaram apurvam pashyati swapne. In this way, he starts seeing more things, more whatever that he has not seen or witnessed during the waking state. He can see anything in the swapna, pashyati swapne. Okay. So he says, tanna anye asata samam iti te sad eva. You have to add te, sad eva. So he's saying here, tatna, things in the swaptat. Tat means the things seen in the swapna. Anye, anye means things seen in the swapna, not like other asat. Tanne, anye na asata samam iti. They are not equivalent to the things that are asat completely, like the rajju, sarp, or the mirage water. It is not like that, completely asat. Te sadeva. What all is seen in swapna is true only. Sat eva. Whatever is seen in the swapna is true only. Ataha drishtanta. Who is saying this? We have to, please, you have to be careful, because this is the logic of the Purva Paksh. It is not our logic. The Purva Paksh is trying to prove that the Drishtanta is false. The whatever you have given the Drishtanta of the Swapna, that is not right, that is not apt according to him. So he is saying, Ataha Drishtanta Asiddha. So your example that you had given, that is not proving that whatever is seen is mithya. Okay, so your example is false, as swapna is not unreal. Swapna is real only. Tasmat swapnavat jagritasya asatvam iti uktam. So therefore Jagrit also, therefore tasmat swapnavat jagritasya asatvam iti ayuktam. It is not right that you are saying that Jagrat also is false like the Swapna, because I tell you that the Swapna is also not unreal. Swapna also he can see anything. I hope till here it is clear. Then he's saying Tatna, Bhashyakar again. He comes and he says, Tatna, this is not right. Why? Now he's going to explain the Sthan and Sthani Dharma. So whatever has been explained here, actually, before the 8th shloka, this Purva Paksha comes and he is posing this question actually. So this is actually like a Sambandha Bhasha. And now he is going to explain the shloka, what Apurvam Sthani Dharma, the first line. So Bhashyakar Bhagwan says, Swapne Drishtam Apurvam Yat Manyase Na Tat Swatah Siddham. Na Tat Swatah Siddham. He is saying that in the dream, what Apurva you saw, Adrishtam Apurvam, whatever Apurva you saw, Apurva means the unique things. Whatever unique things you saw, the uniqueness in the things of the Swapna you saw, they are not proved by themselves. And whatever is not proved by themselves is mitha siddha, that is called mithya. Okay, not that swatah siddham, they are not proved by themselves. And that is why they are mithya. Then again Purva Paksh is coming. Kim tarhi, Purva Paksh again. Next page. Purva Paksh comes. Kim tarhi, how come? Then again Bhashyakar is explaining. Apurva sthani dharma asti, full stop. You have to make asti and then full stop. Apurva sthani dharma asti, full stop. It is apurva sthani dharma. Then what is it? Sthaninaha. We will have to reconstruct this. Sthaninaha drashtuhu apurva sthani dharma asti. Like that we have to. Sthaninaha drashtuhu, of that sthani. Who is that? Of that swapna drishta. Sthani. Who is that? Sthani means what? Sthan is the swapna. Okay. We are going in the state of swapna. So sthan is what? Swapna. And sthani means the holder. So the drishta, the dream seer, is the sthani. Or the dream seer, or we can say swapna drishta. So here sanina drashtuhu, of that sixth case, of that sthaninaha, of that dream seer, drashtuhu, apurva sthani dharma asti. He has got that apurva sthani dharma. There is something called apurva sthani dharma. Apurva sthani dharma means that there is some uniqueness of that dream seer, that he can project anything during the dream. This is that apurva sthani dharma. So he is saying this apurva sthani dharma belongs to the swapna drishta. Sthaninaha drashtuhu apurva sthani dharma asti. Okay, drashtu hi swapna sthanatah dharma asti. Next slide. Drashtu hi swapna sthanatah dharma asti. Who is that drashtu? That is swapna sthanatah dharma. That is the dream seer. So that dream seer is owning the dharma of the dream. Like the waker has got a different dharma, waking dharma. Similarly, the dream seer is conditioned. We use the word condition, upahit chatan, in Vedanta. Similarly, here he has used sthani dharma, nothing else. So you have to logically, because the question has been given like that. So that is why he is trying to make it more clearer, so that he does not go into another question that he will say, the swapna is, the drishtant only is wrong. Why are you saying the drishtant is wrong? Because he is projecting different scenes. But that is because he has taken the nature of the dream seer. The nature of the dream seer is projection. Like the nature of the judge or the justice is to give justice. The nature of the intellect is to discriminate. The nature of the mind is to coin options. The nature of winter is that we'll need sweaters. So everything has its own nature. When the holder takes the nature of that thing, he becomes the sthani dharma. Okay, so sthanatah dharma. So that place called the dream sthan has got a dharma. What is that? Of projection, apurva. And you are talking about that only, that you are saying that is completely separate. It is not completely separate. Okay. Yatha, next line. So I hope this line is clear. Again, apurva sthani dharmo hi sthanino drashtureva hi swapna sthanato dharma. So I have broken it, or I have rearranged the words, like sthaninah drashtuhu apurva sthani dharma asti. That the dharma of the sthani, dharma of the sthani drashtu, that means the dream seer, is what? Apurva sthani dharma, he sees the unique projections only. Drashtu hi swapna sthanata dharma asti. That drashtu of that drishta, swapna sthanata dharma asti. His dharma is of the dream only. Okay, now yatha स्वर्ग निवासिनम इंद्रादीना सहस्राक्षत्वाद आदि तथा स्वप्न दृश्यो अपूर्वो अयम धर्मः. Now he is giving the example what Karikakar has given in the first line. He is taking Bhashikar has, Bhagwan Bhashikar is trying to explain us that first line. He is saying like yatha Swarga Nivasinam Indradinam. Here he has used Swarga Nivasinam in the first line of the Karika on page 87. So he's taken that and he's saying Indra Dinam, Indra, etc. What happens? The dharma of that Indra is what? Sahasrakshatvat. He has got, if you know the story, he was cursed. Indra was cursed to have 1,000 holes in his body when he had cheated on Gautamji's wife, Ahilya. So at that time, Gautam Rishi had cursed Indra to have 1,000 holes because he had a lot of pride in him that he's very handsome and he's very beautiful and he has got a lot of power. And that is why, because of that reason, he had cheated on Ahilya. And that is why he had cursed. Now, after getting the curse, when he repented, see the difference between the Devtas and the Asuras is this only, that whenever they know that, or they come to know that they have done a great mistake, realize their mistake, at that time only they apologize. And when he apologized that I have made a mistake, a grave mistake, then same Gautam Rishi blessed him that okay, all the holes will be converted into eyes. So I don't know now how he must be looking, but he was the one who enjoyed Bhagwan Ram's wedding the most, because in the Ramcharitmanas it came that he was looking at the wedding ceremony through 1,000 eyes, which the other people were looking at only with 2 eyes. So he was the one who was enjoying the most. So here this example has been given, that sahasrakshatvad tatha sapna drusha purvoyam dharma. So one who goes to the swarga ityadi, he Indradina Sahasrakshavad, Sahasra eyes is the dharma of Indra, who is the Swarga Nivasi, who is going there. So it is the Sthan dharma. And the Sthani dharma is that Indra, who has taken the dharma of the Swarga and now he is along with the Sahasraksha. So Tatha Swapna Drisho Apurvoyam Dharma. So similarly, this is the apurvata of the dream seer. Dream seer also gets conditioned by the conditions of the dream. He also takes the dharma or the nature of the dream. And then he gets conditioned and then he projects whatever he wants to project. So that is the apurva that you're talking about. That apurva is the sthani dharma of that swapna drishta. Like the sthani dharma of the Swarga is the Indradi, etc. They all have their different forms. Indra has got different form, Vayu has different form, Agni Devta has different form. If you have known about Pusha Devta, he has got different form. His teeth were broken by Kal Bhairav, I think. So he has a different form. Everybody has different forms there. That is the sthani dharma. So here also he is saying the sthani dharma of that dream seer, Swapna Drishta, is different completely, which he takes over when he goes into that sthan called the dream. Na swatah siddha drashtu swarupavat. It is not swatah siddha. It is not that it is along with that apurvata always. It is not self-proven. It is not self-explanatory. When he travels in that space, then he takes the conditions of that place. That means by its own nature, it is not having these things in itself. Na swarupavat. This is important. So it is not the apurvata of that drishta, but the apurvata of the swapna drishta. I hope this is clear. The swapna drishta has got the nature of this projection, not the drishta, na swarupatah. So na swatah siddha drashtu. It is not that the drishta, the swapna drishta is swatah siddha, or the apurvata that is seen is swatah siddha. Otherwise, it will be always with that. Aheyam anupadeyam is what is the definition of one swarup. So it means what? Aheyam means it cannot be left, or anupadeyam means it cannot be taken also. So it cannot be left, neither it can be taken. So if it was its nature, then this apurvata, I mean to say, then during the waking state also, it should have been seen with the same apurvata. But it is not like that. We see whatever is there in front of our eyes during the waking state. It is not that we are not seeing something that is not proven during the waking state. Like we saw the four-tusked elephant, like we saw myself, like that person was seeing himself with Ashtapuja and all. That is not proven during the waking state. If this was his own nature, then even during the waking state, he would be continuing to see things that are not present. That's what is being said. I hope this is clear. So not its swarup, this is not its own swarup. Tan evam prakaran purvan swachitta vikalpan ayam sthani swapnadrik swapna sthanam gatva prekshate. So tan eva, various kinds of vikalpa is projected. Tan evam prakaran purvan, many things. I have given only example of four-tusked elephant and Ashtabhuja only. This mind can project anything. So, evam prakaran apurvan swachitta vikalpanayam. And who is projecting this? Swachitta vikalpan ayam. It is projected by my mind only, by the mind. Sthani swapna drik swapna sthanam gatva prekshate. So, where is it saying? Where is this person saying that Sthani swapna drik? He has to be conditioned by the dream. That means he has to become a dream seer to see all this. Unless he becomes the dream seer, Swapnadrik, and he has to, for becoming Swapnadrik, he has to go where Swapna Sthanam Gatva Prekshate. He has to go to the Swapna Sthanam. Otherwise, he cannot see. So all these are conditionings. What is he trying to prove? Bhagwan Bhashika is trying to prove that they are not self-explanatory or self-proven. It is dependent on some sthan. It is dependent on some drishta, conditioned drishta. So conditioned dream, the drishta conditioned by the dream is called swapna drishta. So that swapna drishta, swapna drik, swapna sthanam gatva prekshate. He cannot come to Jagrat Sthanam Gatva Prekshate. No, that's not possible. He has to come to Swapna Sthanam Gatva Prekshate. He goes there and then he sees this is the Apurvata there. That He is taking the sthani dharma on himself. Who? That plane, that pure consciousness, that untainted consciousness that cannot be conditioned. It takes the dharma of what? Of that sthan called the dream. Okay. And then gatva prekshate, there only he goes and then he projects. Prekshate yatha eva iha loke. Now he's giving the example that has been given the second line of the Moolam. On page 87, the eighth shloka, the second line he is giving the example. What Karikakar was trying to tell us. So he's saying yatha iva iha loke. In this lok, it is seen. What it is seen? Sushikshitaha. This is the name of the person. He has made it into a noun. Like a person who is well educated. He knows everything. Education is he knows everything. Deshantar margah tena margena deshantaram gatva. So he knows the route. He wants to travel somewhere and he knows the route. That's what is the example. So he is saying he knows the travel route wherever he wants to travel. He's planning out somewhere, some destination, and he wants to travel and he knows the route. And he then what happens? Deshantaram gatva tan padathan pashyati tadvat. Now he travels through that route to see all those things. So gatva tan padathan pashyati, and then he sees all those things through his eyes. So he cannot stay at some other place and then he cannot see the things that are not there. Like Eiffel Tower, suppose example. Eiffel Tower, I know that it is in Paris, it is in France, but I cannot sit here in Guwahati and say that I have seen Eiffel Tower. No, how? I have to plan out a route, I have to go there, and then I can see, and then come back again, and I can say that I had seen. So Shikshitaha. Who is that person who's traveling? So Shikshitaha. Deshantar marga tena margena deshantar gatva. So what is he doing? He's taking the Sani Dharma. He's taking the Sani Dharma of that Eiffel Tower. He's going there. He has seen that and again coming back. So he has become a traveler now. Now that Drishta who has seen the Eiffel Tower, he says, no, 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 I have seen that Eiffel Tower. I had gone there. I ate nice food. I went there and I enjoyed the people. I enjoyed the company there. I saw everything. What happened? He is taking the conditioning of that place, of France, of Paris, of everything. And then he has become a traveler now. He is called Sushikitaha. What was called Swapna Drishta, Sanidhar, Apurva Swapna Drishta there. Now in this example, he is a waking Drishta. Sushikshit, Tasmat, Yatha, Sthani Dharmana, Rajju Sarpam, Mriga Trishnikadinam, Asatvam, तथा स्वप्न दृश्यानाम अपूर्वाणाम स्थानी धर्मत्वम एवेत्य असत्वम. So here this is Nigaman Vakya. What is he saying in Nigaman Vakya? He's saying sthani is true. The sthani is true. Sthani dharma. Tasmad yatha sthani dharmana. The sthani is true, but it's dharma. Sthani dharma. Okay, the sthani is true, drishta is true. Drishta is not false. But when it becomes a jagrat drishta, that is false. When it becomes swapna drishta, that is false. Why? Because he is superimposing the dharma of the waking state on him. He is superimposing the dharma of the dream state on him. That is why now his nature has changed. Actually, without the conditioning, only if you say the drishta, the sthani is true. Tasmad yatha sthani dharmana. The sthani is true. Rajju, sarpa, mriga, trishnikadi nam asatva. So he is telling us, like in the examples of Rajju, sarpa, the sarpa is false, the Rajju is true. Like mriga, trishnikadi nam, all the examples, whatever we have seen in the mirage waters also, in all the examples. The base, the substratum is true. The conditioning with what we see that is false. So when we remove that conditioning and we see that sthani is real, but the dharma that is being taken on that, the conditioning is false. Okay, sthani sattvam tatha swapna drishyanam apurvanam. So he is now comparing to the dream again. He said, come back to the dream example. Similarly, the drishta there is true, but as soon as it gets stuck up with the dream, it becomes swapnadrishta. It is false because again you are sticking it up with the apurvata of that drishya, apurvata of that dream only, which is false. That's not true. That's false. So swapnadrishyanam apurvanam. That swapnadrishya is a sthani dharma. Again, that swapna drishya, where in our example, as in he was sitting on that four-trunked elephant with 8 bhujas, 8 arms. That is the apurvata of that sthani dharma, of that swapna drishta. That is not true. But the drishta itself, without the conditioning, is true. Sthani dharmatvam eva iti asatvam ataha. There, after asatvam, you have to put a full stop. पूर्णविराम अतः न स्वप्न दृष्टान्तस्य असिद्धत्वम्. Therefore the swapna drishtanta, what you are saying is false. This you cannot say, that the swapna drishtanta is false. You cannot say like this. I hope this is clear. I just can hope. Is it clear? Okay. So again, let's just see once more the मूल श्लोक. अपूर्वम स्थानी धर्मो हि यथा स्वर्ग निवासिना तानयम प्रेक्षते गत्वा यथैवेह सुशिक्षितः. पूर्व पक्ष, when he said that this whatever example you had given of the drishtant is false, it is not true, it is not as per the vyapti that you had made, that yatra yatra drishyam tatra tatra mithya. I don't believe, because whatever he sees during the swapna state, it is not compared to the Jagrat Avastha, because they are both separate states. He is not taking impression from the Jagrat because he sees some apurva things that he has not seen in the Jagrat, and he projects it in the dream. So here, and one more point has been brought by Bhagwan Bhashikar or Karikakar, saying that it is Sthani Dharma. We have to remember this another point. We have to add on to our principles of how the swapna is being projected as untrue, or the drishyam is asatyam. Similarly, the waking state is also asatyam. So one more point has been added here, that it is a sthani dharma that is being spoken of when we are talking about the dream state, when the dreamer is projecting things on himself only. That is the sthani dharma, and it is not the dharma of the drishta. So the sthani dharma, yes, it is changing. Yes, it has got adyavantaha. It has got a beginning and it has got an end. So all those things again will apply when we say that this is sthani dharma. Okay, so this principle was said. I'll take 5 more minutes and let us see the 9th shlok also. 5 more minutes. So sapna vrittaopi tvantaha chetasa kalpitam tu asat. First line of the 9th shlok. In the dream state, what happens? Swapna vrittau api, in the swapna vasthayam, swapna vastha also, tu antah chetasa kalpitam tu asat. What he is thinking, so he is again trying to say, he's trying to prove from all the angles that the example that you have taken, the drishtanta that you have taken as a swapna, that is not right. So another Purvapaksh can say that there can be 2 things in the swapna. That is the antah and the bahya. So when we are in the dream, there is antah chetas and there is bahit chetas. There can be 2 things during the swapna also, antah chetas and bahit, and both are culprit. So he is saying that तो अंतः चेतसा कल्पितम तो असत. What he thinks in the mind, that is asat, is asat. But bahishchetah grihitam satrishtam vaitathya. In the dream only what he is perceiving outside, that is also mithya, because he this is the statement made by Karikakar. But there is Purpaksh who's saying something else. He is saying that inside, when we are dreaming also, it can be divided into two. What? Anta and Bahi, in the dream also. And whatever is seen inside, he can say that it is true. And whatever inside only, in the dream only, whatever he is seeing with open eyes, or he's eating something, wherever his sense organs are operating, he can say that it is false, like that. So apurva, now please come to the bhashya. Apurvatva ashankam nirakritya. This apurvata shanka that was in the 8th shloka, after having negated all those things, apurvata, the last shloka, having negated, swapna drishtantasya punaha swapna tulyatam. Again we are comparing back the swapna with the jagrat bhedana prapanchayan naha, to elaborate that same example, that how the dream is equivalent to the Jagrat Avastha. It is being said by the Karikakar. Sapna Vritta, the first word of the 9th shlok. Sapna Vritta. What is that? Swapna Sthane api. See, that is equal to. You can just mark equal to equal to. So Sapna Vritta means what? Swapna Sthane api. Next word is Antachetasa. Antachetasa means Manoratha Sankalpitam. Manoratha Sankalpitam means he is thinking something in the mind. He is having some sankalp in his mind. Manorajya is going on in his mind. Sankalpitam Asat. That is Asat. Sankalpanantaram. Now here the word, last word is Swapna Samakalyam Eva Adarshanath. So you please bring that Adarshanath word in after Sankalpanantaram. That will make the sentence complete. Sankalpanantaram Adarshanath. Sankalpanantaram Adarshanath. This is for Antachetas. Why? Because why is he saying other? So this is Asat, because after the Sankalp, after the Manorat, after he's taken the Sankalp, that goes away. It is not seen anymore. So it can be said that it is not there. Swapna Samakalam Eva. During the dream only, that has been divided into two, Anta and Bahi. So when he is dreaming inside, he is taking some Manorat, he is taking some Sankalp. At that time, he's seeing it a sankalpanantaram, when just the moment the sankalp is gone or it is left, the moment it is left, it is adarshanath, it is not seen anymore. So it remains till the sankalpa kal only. Swapna samakalam eva. During that kalam only it is there. Tatraiva. Tatraiva means swapne eva bahishchetasa grihitam. Now next word has been taken. Bahishcheta grihitam. He's seeing something outside. Bahishchetasa grihitam. This is, please be careful. This is being talked about only in the swapna only. It is not Jagrat Avastha that he's opened his eyes and he's perceiving something outside. No. During the swapna dream state only, he is thinking about something and he's as if he's opened his eyes and he's looking at something, or some drishya he's looking at, some nice beautiful scenery he's looking at. Bahishchetasa grihitam chakshuradi dwarena upalabdham, which is obtained. He's trying to explain. Bhagwan Bhashyakar, each and every word he's trying to explain. Chakshuradi dwarena, he's saying with all the Gyanendriya, he is where all the Gyanendriya involved, he's perceiving. Ghatadi sad iti evam asatvam nishchite api sad asad vibhago drishtah. Both are seen there only, where during the swapna only we feel that this is real, but in the mind whatever we were taking the sankalp, that is unreal. Because and that is why drishtah ubhayoho api antah bahishchetah, ubhayopi, both of them, antah and bahishchetah kalpitayoho vaitathyam eva drishyam. Both are kalpit. Antah also and Bahi also, both are culprit where on the Swapna Drishta only. If he is seeing if he is seeing some object outside with the Gyanendriya sense organs, he's perceiving something in the dream state only. And either he is he has closed everything. I mean, he's not perceiving anything, but he's thinking something in his mind. He's taking some sankalp also. That also, both of them are false. Similarly, here also, outside also, everything is false. So, false nature of antaha and bahishcheta, both are imagined. Both are imagined, and so both are false. That has been proved here. So, because adavante yannasti. So similarly here also drishyam. So here also praga bhavam and pradhvansa bhava. So here also apurvam. So that is why asatvam only. So here also another reason was given. Okay. So we will see this more tomorrow from the 10th shlok. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।